Oh, so that's why you want Hufflepuff. You want to get us on your team, don't you? Who's a Hufflepuff? Who wants a bean to be a Hufflepuff? Look at you. It's like jazz hands. She's just killed someone. You know what? No, Joker, you can have one as well, because that's awesome. Catch. Why so serious? See what I did there?
There you go.
See what I did there?
Over there.
Oh, isn't she a peach?
I nearly threw them at your face there. I was going for another one. Oh, sorry.
We've had health and safety on the phone about this before, Marcus.
Really? Okay.
Disgraceful. Last few.
We've got a little Jason there in the middle there.
Oh, go on then. You can pass the Jason.
Go
on, you can have him. What else do we have? Oh, hi.
There you go.
She's waving at us for some reason. I don't even know. Oh, you wanted Mr. Bean?
Nothing to do with the beans, no.
Go on then.
Over at the back there.
Go on then. You can have one as well because you dressed up.
Oh, don't know where that's going.
Is that a samurai sword? Can I use it on him? Is it real? Well, that's no good. Go on, because you got a samurai sword. You'll be great in The Walking Dead. Any zombies?
That was more like a, I don't know, conductor or doing Wingardium Leviosa there. Can you imagine someone in sword fight like that?
If zombies ever attack, I am going nowhere near. Back, zombies. Back. And I'll be like, ah! I mean, something more manly. Like, oh, yeah, the zombies are on you. Yeah.
You just keep digging that hole today,
I do really dig that hole, don't I? Right, no more beans for now, but who loves Merlin? That's really heavy.
I'll move it here. Not that I'm any stronger. I'm probably weaker. Has it been a long day? I don't mind. We all got woken up in our hotel at 3 o'clock this morning. The fire alarm went off. Yeah.
You do not want to see me in pajama bottoms and a hoodie going, what's going on?
Because it's worse enough when you're half alert. So yeah, anyway, I'm off. Have fun with that.
We're meant to be friends, believe it or not.
No, we're not.
Would it be wrong if I beat him up later? They don't like you. They don't like you. Actually, let's find out. Who likes Marcus? Who likes me? Little finger. Little finger. Oh, wait there. I know which insult. This is the worst insult you can ever give to a human being. Who got that? Oh, we have our guest, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Alex and Rupert to the stage. Come on. Don't worry, guys. We don't bite. Oh, that's just the schedule later on. Yeah, because you're here. How are you doing? Welcome to the stage. No, fine. Oh, there we go. Just sit down. Yeah. Oh, all right, so we'll have Manu Bennett and Anthony Mackie here. Hey. We know that's not true. Comfy there.
I'm ready.
Do you know what? I was spooning with Joe Pasquale on that earlier. Joe Pasquale spooned me. Yeah.
How was it?
Warm.
Moist.
Moist. All right, no. Well,
I'm going to give this to you.
I think there's another mic just next to you there, by the way. I think you sat on it. Yeah.
There we go.
Is that mic warm now?
Yeah, it is. Moist.
So, let's actually start. Welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
Thank you.
They've been screaming about you guys for 5 minutes now.
5 minutes?
5 minutes. Like, who loves Merlin? Who's excited about these guys? Who's excited about me? I'm hurt. Anyway, let's get on to the point. Now, yes. What I like to do is I like to get to know you guys a bit better.
Do you?
I do. And what we like to do is we like to do a game of like either or. And you're only allowed to choose one correct answer.
That's the game.
Now, in the past, we've actually had some of the celebrities falling out about it. So...
Are you ready to lose my friendship, Rupert?
Always. Again.
How often does that happen?
Every time we play this game.
All right, there you go. At least we're not playing Truth or Dare. Oh, could play Truth or Dare. No. Okay, so I'll start off with an easy one. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee.
So far, so good. Books or movies? Oh, here we go.
Do we have to agree?
No, you don't have to agree.
No, well, movies.
Movies.
We are agreeing.
Yeah, so far, so... You know what? I'm going to jump straight to a tough one. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Wars.
This is too easy, isn't it? I need the... Dogs or cats?
We're not going to fall out. We're going to end up
Dogs.
leaving here, getting married, having kids.
Yeah, again.
They'll be
Again.
good-looking kids,
Always.
I've got to say.
Oh.
Oh, with full beards.
Can I be Godfather? If
No.
that's all right? No. Okay, let's have a shot of ice cream or yogurt.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
This is too easy for them. PC or Mac?
Mac.
Right, I need to find a tough one. This is not going very well so far. Facebook or Twitter?
Twitter.
Twitter, I've never been on Facebook.
Okay. Marvel or DC? Uh-oh. Here we go, fight.
I'm going DC only because I'm in the middle of Gotham at the moment, so I'm like.
That makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
So what,
You
you
go
can
for
tell
what
by
you're
my
watching.
look. Yeah, that makes sense.
You've got the Gotham. Well, the Gotham bag's just there, by the way.
Oh my God! How do we win that?
Would you like the Gotham bag? Should I give him the Gotham bag? You can have that.
Oh my
Oh
God!
my
This is
God.
the greatest thing in the world.
Right, what do I get then?
It's got a pin badge.
Do you want some? I'll find you something.
Oh my God!
Alright.
That's the greatest thing ever.
There you go.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you're really nice.
Thank you.
It's shocking, I know.
I'm me, Marvel.
Marvel.
For me. Marvel for me.
I'm with you. I'm with Marvel. Yeah. That's why I'm being nice to you, because I don't like what you
Thanks.
chose.
No one wanted this. Finally.
Someone said
DC guy.
DC, so you
Have
get
it.
your bag.
Okay, so see, we're talking about Marvel or DC. If you could be a superhero, which one would it be? There's a tough one for you.
Spider-Man.
I was going to say that maybe.
Because I'm off, and I be gone.
I'll go Batman.
Batman. Can you
Yeah.
do Batman impression at all? If
no.
you say you're going to be Batman, you've got to do it.
But so Spider, he did the impression, then he did that.
Yeah, that's all he
It
does.
depends. Well, I don't know. The guy in Gotham's a bit like bland, so I suppose just go. Yeah. Oh, the Alfred. Yeah. All right, mate. All right.
Alfred's tougher than Bruce and Gotham, let's be
He
fair.
is, yeah.
I would not mess with
Fuck no.
Alfred.
Sean Pertwee's an
No.
amazing actor
He
as
is,
well, right?
yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
So,
Sorry. There we go. Let's
no,
go.
I'll love it when we go off track. It's great. So, what's it been like being part of a show that is obviously loved by fans? You love the show, don't you guys? And they obviously love you guys as well. They got the hint, they're getting it. So, what's it been like of just having such a huge fan base?
It's amazing and overwhelming. You know, the show finished 4 years ago, and every time me and Alex meet up to do these things, we always have that slight fear that we're going to walk through the doors and no one's going to want to meet us. And no one's going to turn up to these things. And it always is staggering. And more people are either watching it again and still loving it, or new generations of people are watching it. And it's great. you know.
Thankfully, it's on Netflix, and I think Sci-Fi have just
Sci-Fi
picked it
are
up
just
as well.
about to put it on.
Yeah,
I think
again,
it's next week. I
which
think
is
it's coming out.
amazing. And I mean, Rupert was in the show a lot longer than I was. I was in it for the last year, but the love that you have for Merlin is unfathomable, and we're so thankful. So thank you.
Thank you
Round
very
of
much.
applause.
Round of
then.
applause to
For
yourselves.
you guys, yeah.
Thank you.
Is everyone going to be watching it when it repeats on Sci-Fi? Try not to cry, okay? Just breathe, breathe. You look really worried there. It's like, it's back on Sci-Fi. So, what are some of your favourite kind of memories from Merlin? Is there anything that stands out, gets you emotional, just like the lady here who was...
Just generally, Owen Macken. Just across the board.
Gets me emotional.
Just gets me emotional. No, I always tell this story, so forgive me for repeating things. But my very, very first day on Merlin season 5 was they covered a mountain in fake snow. It was one of the hottest days in March. We were all wearing sunglasses because of the glare of this fake snow. There was a green cloth on the floor that was meant to represent a ravine that I had to jump over. There were like bandits shooting bow and arrows. And there was a guy on a stepladder, Nick, from the props art department, with a sort of cigarette in his mouth, going, "All right, mate." First day. And it was just the most, I just come from a small, very independent TV show called Privates, an army drama, and just arrived to the full top scale of such a juggernaut of a machine of a show.
What,
And
a
it
guy
was-
up a ladder with a cigarette? That's
No,
the,
yeah,
that's the
Nick,
highlight, is
Nick
it?
was the pinnacle. No, it was just the whole scene of the thing, the fake snow on the mountains and working with Colin and Bradley and the green
Rupert.
screen element. Rupert, you weren't there, but Rupert and but you know it was the whole thing, and I always remember that, and I can remember phoning my mum. So how's your first day? You know, just having to describe what I was seeing, and it was just that'll always stay with me.
Awesome. What about you, Rupert? Any fond memories?
I think, again, said it before, but I think when all the knights got together and we rode in to the castle in France in our capes, through into the castle, and lots of fans came to watch, hundreds of people. It was an amazing moment of kids going, oh, and we were going, yeah, I know, it's really cool, isn't it? But having to pretend we were like, yeah, whatever, we do this all the time. But all of us were like, this is something really, really special. And it was great. You can't beat it. I mean,
Is
it's
horse
brilliant.
riding tough at all?
Yeah, I mean, when I first joined, at the audition, they said, can you horse ride? And then in my back of my head was like, don't lie, because this is something that you have to do. It's not like, oh, there might be horse riding, can you do it? So I was like, look, I'm happy around horses, but I've never really done it. And I remember my first day on a horse in France, and they had to get a kind of fishing wire, and a guy had a shot holding the reins, because every time the horse moved, I was like, okay, is that normal? And, you know, don't whistle, because some horses are trained to just pretend to die, or pretend, and you're like,
No, that's true. Some of the horses that we train on in France and in Wales, they're like the Lamborghini of film horses. You know, they are the supreme, and some of them have triggers for tricks. So I can remember getting on the horse in France, and Chino, the horse master, he said, "This horse is really docile. You know, but just don't pull and hit with the right." And I said, "Why?" He will literally collapse and roll. So you're like, okay, and the thing that's going through your head is, don't do that. Don't do that. Do that. Don't. And you know, so there's a big thing.
Would
And
you
it's
feel
really
safer
hard not
doing
to-
the Monty Python one with the coconuts and just running
Well,
along?
my
Much safer.
funny story is that about the horses is that my first time on camera on horseback was having to be backwards on the horse. So I learned everything. I had to be without a saddle, riding backwards, facing the knight. They were, like, teasing me. So I didn't even learn to ride a horse for the first time normally. I had to learn. Chino, the horse master, was like, well, you're not going to face that way. You're going to face the other way. Why? Okay. So, yeah, it was very cool.
That's funny. Yeah, my first time, I think after that, they got me down, and they just filmed my face, and I was actually standing, just swaying gently to just make it look like I was on a horse. And they cut away to a stunt guy.
Just like this.
But by the end, the first time I ever galloped in my life was on camera. So they literally they would be very naughty at going, right, we're going to gallop, but don't worry, Rupert, it'll be stunt guys, it'll be stunt. And then they'll go, okay, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, you guys on the horses, and the stunt guys will go on the horses and gallop. And then they go, okay, guys, can you jump on? We've got to get this in. And you are suddenly on a horse, action, and the thing goes. And it's always in the scariest area where the other side was a drop to literally your death.
Wow.
And we were going, and I've never been more scared and exhilarated. And I got there, and all the producers were like, this is amazing, the shot's, come look at the shot. And literally having almost died, being terrified, you can hardly see it's me. They literally cut the shot before I went past. I was like, are you kidding me? Anyway, but so it was amazing, yeah.
It sounds amazing. Now, I've got a bit of a weird question for you. Now, Merlin ended with a very I don't want to spoil it with a comeback on TV, but ended with quite an interesting way. Now, it may give it away a bit, but if Merlin was kind of brought into modern day, would you like to see your characters kind of reincarnated or somehow end up
Well,
back there?
you survived, so you...
I did.
I didn't, so I would love to come back. That'd be lovely. I said in an interview ages ago, and I'm going to stick by it, but I think if Mordred did exist in modern day, I think he would be part of the circus life. He'd be a sort, because he would still want to use his magic, so he would be part, or maybe a magician. Maybe just like a standard, maybe like Darren Brown. It's like selling out the Piccadilly Circus Theatre and all this sort of stuff, Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be great. Modern day Merlin. We saw modern day Merlin Hobo Merlin.
That could be interesting. It worked for Sherlock, so it could work for you guys as
I
well.
think it'd be quite fun. It's just, again, the idea of doing it would be brilliant, and so many variations of what you could do with it.
It could be fun. Would you want your characters to keep their old memories, so it's just kind of in the future kind of way? I've given it away now, but there we go. Would you like to have the same memories, or would you like it where they're totally different memories and the characters start remembering what happens in the past?
I like that.
That one's good.
Yeah.
I would just like to work with the guys again. We had so much fun on it, and we were and they were really best mates on it. So yeah. And we still keep in touch, which is one of the very few jobs that we skip from job to job to job as actors. But Merlin's one of the very few jobs that I've made some really close friends on.
Well, you can tell straight away when you came up on stage, obviously, good friends with each other.
Just met him. What's your name?
I don't know.
Manu.
Grady Hendricks.
Anthony.
Grady.
Yeah. Before we jump on to some fan questions, so get ready, guys. I'm going to come around and get some fan questions. Again, I thought I'd ask quite an interesting one. If you had magic powers, so you woke up tomorrow in Comic-Con, and you had magic powers, what would you do? The silence says it all, ladies and gentlemen.
Magic powers, like as in superhero powers, or no, just magic?
Just magic.
What would I do?
What would you do? Do you have these magic powers?
Disappear. Just disappear.
Would you like an autograph? Yes. Gone.
No, disappeared, but then reappear someplace else, like behind them. So they're about to take a selfie, and then I'm not there, and then I'm holding the camera. Poof.
And then
here we go. Best answer you've had on this sofa. Mic drop.
It was quite good. What about yourself?
Well, I can't be that. I don't know, but being invisible, would that be good? Or flying around? Like at Comic-Con?
I would love to see Roop's, the interviews now, mate.
Yeah, I'd be like at the
Roop's?
ceiling.
Roop,
What are you
no,
doing?
he's gone. He's off.
A magic power. I always get asked this. You'd think after however many Comic-Cons I'd have an answer for that. I really don't know.
I like to be a pain.
Yeah.
It's
so
working.
we're not going to... I've got to think now, haven't I? We're not going moving forward until I answer. No, I'm going to go invisible. I don't know what I'd do with it.
Would you steal stuff from the stands and then go
No,
back to
I
them and say,
would-
look what I've nabbed, look at these. I've got
No,
a Gotham
that's
bag and no one
dishonest.
noticed.
I would take it and leave some money, maybe give, I would, probably try on some stuff, be able to browse, go, do I like this or not? Be quite weird trying on stuff if you're invisible because you just see, you wouldn't know if it works. I've really got to think about this. Am I seeing you tomorrow? Maybe I can answer.
I'll come
ask me
find
that
you.
again.
We'll get the
Yeah.
answer.
We'll reconvene.
I feel like taking right now. I will find you.
I will find it.
I don't know who you are. Well, he doesn't know who you are, obviously. But right, should we have some fan questions? Who has some questions? Look at that, right over there. All right, let's come over to you, and then I'll come to the gentleman back here. Sorry, I'm going to have to squeeze through here, guys. Try not to stand on you. There we go.
You've talked about your favourite scenes to film, but what would be your favourite scenes as someone watching the show?
Oh, as if we've watched it and that was to watch. Well, I was in it, but I still love watching it. It's the Dolma. Love the Dolma. Colin Morgan in a dress, in a fat suit, with a bra, with that voice. It's making me cry with happiness just thinking of it. Set her down by the lake. That was pretty good. I nailed that, yeah. So, yeah, just watching it, though. But also because watching it without knowing how much we were laughing off camera. So you see the most beautiful scene. He appears and Bradley and myself and Angel are stone faced and we're doing the scene and we walk away and it's very emotional. We got the Queen back and, but that was take 12 because we just kept laughing all the way through it. So knowing that was a great work by the editors on that one.
I think for me the troll episodes were great to film, but also to watch and see how they do things. And all the fights, because they added so much more. The battle scenes at the end of Series 2 and 3 were amazing to shoot. And actually, the end of Series 2 with the dragon was just incredible. And you're running back and forth and be quite repetitive. And with the CGI stuff afterwards, watching, it just makes it look phenomenal. So all the battle stuff is amazing. Also, there'll be some actors who, towards the end of Series 5, when we would celebrate the end and go out and have very little sleep celebrate a bit too much. It'd be interesting to watch those the kind of scenes that we filmed not feeling too great.
Too great, you know, with the
But
bit
actually,
of bloodshot
ironically,
eyes.
the bits when we're reading it because we can't actually talk. It was. Don't know what to talk about.
Brilliant. Right, gentleman down the back middle here.
Hi guys. I was curious if there was ever a period there was a possibility for either of your characters having some romantic interest towards Morgana. Maybe specifically Sir Leon as being the
I was gonna
right-hand
say,
man of
out of
Arthur.
anyone, it's going to be you because
Yeah.
I've got she's like a maternal relationship with Mordred, right?
Yeah, well, I think when I first joined in Series 2, I remember towards the end talking to Katie, and we found out that there was a kind of, I don't know what the word is when you put two names together. It was like...
Ship.
Thank you.
Ship.
And I can't remember what we had, but we had a ship name.
Which
what
is
was
what?
it? It wasn't Leonora. It was Leonor. What was it? I can't remember what it was, but we were really so. And this was before she became bad, and we were like, "This is going to be fantastic. I think this would be a great story." And I then thought there was definitely a possibility for Leon to be with Morgana. I think that's the weakness of the show, is that Leon never had any love interest. It was the only unbelievable bit, the idea that Leon would never have love between anyone. It was weird. We tried to put it in one. We tried to have, there's a moment where I'm walking down a corridor and I bump into Merlin and Arthur, and they've got something weird, and they said, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, reading poetry." I think Arthur goes, "Oh, it's poetry." And I was trying to have me coming in with the kitchen wench, this wonderful actress who was there, and we were going to have us kind of me tiptoeing in a half undress and just having an awkward standoff. But the producers went, "No, that's too much." And then me and Angel, during a take, we were trying to get us together, Gwen, and when Arthur's dying, we kind of filmed a scene where we leant over and kissed each other. That got no. We tried really hard, but
It sounded like you tried really hard.
No, we did. Yeah, sorry.
I think I've just invented a new ship which is used to, and I think it could be called Rix, or you could do Ryder, which is Alexander and Richard.
Okay, I'm called Rupert, but
Oh, sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking right now.
don't worry, that's quite good.
Rooks. Could do Rooks.
Maybe my superpower could be being called Richard.
It's because all the names earlier, it's
You're
just
right, it's
confuses.
hard.
Now, do
You're
we have
forgiven.
any of our fan questions? Oh, we've got a lady over here. I'm going to run. I'm going to get right in the camera here. Was it the gent lady here? There we go.
So I wanted to ask, you guys have been in your role for quite a long time. When you start another role or character, do you find it difficult to kind of drop the personality or characters of your old person?
Do you find it hard getting a new personality from going from one character to another?
That's the point of acting. I get what you're saying. No?
I think, but sometimes I think when you go up for other things, I did another show called The White Queen straight after Merlin, and I remember going, "Oh, this is a kind of similar vein," and so there's definite similarities between the kind of periods, but you try and change. I mean, each character is very different, so you do find different voices and different movement and different thoughts that you don't have in other shows. So no, normally you can switch it off. Maybe if I was more method, it would take me longer, but...
Playing Philippe in Versailles is quite hard to shake, but I haven't yet played another character to really shake him. Just trying to get him away from you. The end of filming is the tricky bit. To go back to yourself sometimes is quite hard, but yeah.
Kind of linked to Versailles, what you were saying there, and Merlin. Obviously, the outfits. How long does it take to get into the outfits, get them fit?
Well, the chainmail's a bugger on Mordred, and in Merlin, sorry, the chainmail was a bugger. But for Philippe, the costumes are a massive help to get into character. But they're beautiful, but they do take a while. Yeah, from me to arrive at the location to the time we start filming, it's a 2.5-hour transformation. Wigs, makeup, heels. It's the heels mostly. Takes me about 1 hour and 45 minutes to get into them.
You enjoy it, Reed. Now, we've got time for one question. Back girl down here. I'll just run along. Hello, Batgirl. What's your question? Sorry.
Have you guys ever encountered the same personality traits from your character to like who you are?
Are you similar to Sir Leon?
I look a bit like him.
The looks.
You know what? I'd like to think that Leon is a very loyal man, and I think that I like to think I'm quite loyal. What else? I don't know. It's a really good / hard question.
Yeah. We'll come back to you. It's a really good question. I would love. Mordred has undying loyalty to people and trust, and he does have a big heart, and his heart gets trampled upon, the whole Kara thing and stuff like that, and so he trusts Merlin, he trusts Arthur, and he trusts Kara, and he ends up trusting Morgana. He just fully trusts people, and I'm like that. I will go and completely and have full belief in people like that. So that's my similar trait, if anything.
And that's, I think, is time. Just check
Hang
the
on,
time.
hang on. He gets a Gotham bag. What do I get?
You know what? I'm going to go get you something, and I'm going to drop it off at your booth. Now, the lads...
See, he say that's on camera, everyone. If he doesn't come up to me and give me something, then
I am a man of my words.
He says, crossing his fingers, man.
No. I will find you at the booths just behind us here.
Yes,
for
it is.
autographs.
Come on over and say hello.
So we need to give a huge, huge round of applause. You've been absolutely brilliant on the stage. Alex and Rupert.
Thank you.
You've been getting applauded by Pikachus back there. Come on, we can do better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
Spider-Man. Doing what a spider shouldn't be allowed to do. There you go. Are you ready for our next guest up on the stage here at MYM Buzz? Yeah? He'll be up around about 4:30, so we're getting closer and closer. It's Grady Hendrix. Anybody read any of Grady's work? No? We're going to find out a bit more about it. You might be interested to go and see. One in particular is called Horror Store, and it's a supernatural horror set in somewhere a little bit like IKEA. So it's quite interesting. It was actually, we'll talk a bit more about it when we have him up, but there was some talks that it might have been put on TV, and we'll see what happened with that. Then at 5 o'clock, we've got Manu Bennett. Yeah, Deathstroke on stage. And then we're ending off at 5:30 with Anthony Mackie. Woo! Falcon back on stage for a little bit longer than he was yesterday. He did make a surprise appearance. He landed early. Wasn't meant to be here yesterday. Came up on stage, did a couple of signings, but he's been here all day today. So you'll get to see him. And we're going to give some more things away. Anybody want some free stuff? Are you sure? Do you want us to give away some free stuff right now? Are you sure? How sure are you? I was hoping they'd all say the same word, but we had very, we had really, we had get on with it. We had just shut up and throw the beans. So these are from Universal. They are some awesome little bendy bean figures, Mr. Bean. I'm going to throw them out. I'm hoping I don't hit you in the face. If I do, I apologize, but I get 100 points. So I want to see your hands in the air if you want it, Mr. Bean. I'll have one, he says, right at the back there. There you go. Oh, that was a terrible throw. Try again. There you go. Oh, that was not me. That was a full-on curve there. I think it's because Mr. Bean was, it was like, that was almost like boomerang action. Let's try one more time. There you go. I did it that way. Okay. Here you go. One for you. One over there. Over there. Let's try two at once. Let's see what happens with this. Hey. Over at the back. You've gone very... Oh, let's see it. Try and grab that one. There you go. Oh, she has force precision there. There you go. Great stuff. There we are. Over there. You're a very quiet lot right now, though. That's more like it. There you go, little Wednesday Addams. She was like, who's going to hit me in the face? Ah. Right, I've got a few more. Yeah. So you enjoying yourselves here at MCM London? Yeah? Who's here tomorrow? Some people? Who's just here for the day? Yeah? Well, you're going to miss out on more free things. Anybody over here want any free things? You're like, oh, I'll have it. No. I need, come on. I'll have it. I want it. There you go. That's better. Well done. There you go. One more. And then we'll have loads more to give out later on. Going over the back there somewhere. Whoa. Nearly took out the monitor. In fact, that monitor that I nearly took out has a really interesting bit of information on there. Some more giveaways that are happening, not sort of here, but in cooperation with us. A-Box, who are just over here. Hello, guys over there. They have a fantastic giveaway. If you want to sign up for it, there's a box there with cards on top. All you do is fill in your name, your contact details, fold it up, put it in the box, and you can win the fantastic statue that's standing next to it as well. It is Caesar from War of the Planet of the Apes in bronze on a horse. It's about it's a good-sized character, probably worth a little bit of moolah. So there you go. If you want to head over, when you get a chance, fill in your details, pop it in the box, and you'll get contacted if you're the winner. Has anybody taken loads of photographs and videos of this weekend? Yeah? Have you shared them on Twitter and Facebook, and have you used the hashtag MCMLDN17? Because if you do, we'll get them read out, and the people will be able to see the fantastic time that you've had. So, what time are we on, by the way? Let's have a little look. Right, okay, we're going to have a quick break. Be back in about 10 minutes' time. Grady Hendrix on stage, and we'll be talking about Horror Store and many other books that he's written. Hello, everyone. Thanks for your patience. Unfortunately, Grady Hendricks isn't going to make it to the MYM bus stage, but we're getting closer anyway to 5 o'clock. Manu Bennett. Manu Bennett. That's better.
They're getting there.
Yeah.
Getting there.
This guy's
there we
ready. He's
go.
got his mask ready to go.
They always put my mic really low because they know how loud I get, especially when I go, "Hello, MCM London!"
See,
they let me
being
down.
the diva you are, you should know mic control.
Mic
Like,
control.
you know, when, like,
My mate Mike's back up north.
you got like Celine Dion when she does a belt, she doesn't go straight into the microphone, she does the whole...
It's
an-
famous Leon John song.
Yeah,
I've
I
put
thought
you
you,
off
I
now,
thought you
haven't
then
I?
turned into walking in the air there all
I'm
of a sudden.
walking in the air.
No, please.
I could have been a choir boy. Or not. No, who is excited for Manu Bennett? Who's a big DC fan? What if I said who's a big Marvel fan? It is very, very close. I think it is the battle of DC versus Marvel from 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I think you said you prefer Marvel.
I am a Marvel man.
See, I like Marvel, but I also like a lot of the villains and the heroes from DC. So
you're DC.
I think I'm more DC,
I'm Marvel.
and you're Marvel. So I need to hear it if you are a fan of DC.
You're gonna lose. Let me hear Marvel. That's right, that's how it's done.
Let me hear DC again.
Marvel?
DC.
DC. I thought they'd fall for
They
that.
got louder there, see.
They did get louder.
Yeah. Didn't work, did it?
No.
Try
I
yours
was
one
trying
more
to help
time.
you. Who loves Marvel? Who loves Comic-Con?
There we are.
Who wants us to stop?
Fine, you'll not win some free stuff then.
Fine, see you later.
we're
don't
sorry,
want-
we're taking
well,
all back.
don't put your hand up for free stuff, sir.
Yeah, we're going to give away some pretty cool stuff just before Manu.
Yeah, you know what we're going to do? Because we have Manu, and Manu is obviously linked to Arrow in DC. That's it, you keep working for your team. The Justice League section there have remote control Batmobile, and obviously you have to sign up in order to do it. But what we did last night is we ran over and we got some of the bags.
So basically, you have a go of the obstacle course, you then get a choice of your bag. So these are just a few of them.
Yes, indeed. There's a Gotham one as well.
Yeah.
But obviously you've got Arrow, Supergirl, and Flash. And you know what we're going to do just before Manu comes up on stage? We're going to give you those bags. Go on, Ray, get excited. Are you my friend today? Still nervous? Yeah, I suppose I'll have to be.
So we'll be back in about 5 minutes to do that, so
Yep.
don't go anywhere. And we need
we'll
you to be as loud as you can.
We'll also give away some other stuff. So if you win the bag,
Ooh.
you might get the smallest Mr. Bean figure to put in it.
Okay, then.
You really want this. Everyone hears, woo, yeah, come on, yeah. You got the Deathstroke mask there as well. Oh, and you've got the Mr.
yeah, he's
Bean
ready to
already.
go.
Are you going to wear that during the whole thing? Just, obviously, you're only going to see one eye, so you'll only see
No,
him
he's
and
got
not
both
me.
eyes on there.
He's got both eyes. Oh, he's put it out so you can see the shorts.
Yeah.
Smart thinking. Smart thinking.
Otherwise,
So, yeah,
you bump in half of the furniture.
5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're going to give you some stuff for free. Free swag. Free swag! Then we'll have Manu, and then we'll have Anthony Mackie. So don't go anywhere. Stay here.
See you soon. Okay, we've managed to find him. Put your hands together for Grady Hendricks. Hello.
I'm an idiot who can't tell time.
No, it's all right. Take a seat. Take a seat. So we've got a bit of time to have a chat to you about Horror Store.
Oh, yeah, the haunted IKEA.
Yeah.
I feel like, everyone who goes into IKEA with more than one person, you're missing someone when you come out at the end. It's how they get new IKEA employees. They just ship them off to an office in Singapore and, or Australia or somewhere and recycle them into the staff.
So how did the idea come about then? Just other than
Shopping
that?
at IKEA.
Shopping
Yeah,
at
I mean,
IKEA.
you go into an IKEA, you're terrified.
And there's all those different shortcuts.
Yeah, it's all
You never come out the right place.
Well, there's all those choke points. It's the only place that wants to make you lost. Deliberately make you lost.
To buy more things.
Yeah, it's like the Overlook Hotel in The Shining. You those long halls, and Danny keeps getting lost in those, and the architecture doesn't quite fit right. IKEA does that on purpose, but instead of two little scary dead twin girls in the middle, there's a nice sofa unit.
So there was talks to turn this into a TV series. Is that right?
Yeah,
With Fox.
Yes, with Fox, with Gail Berman, who was worked with Joss Whedon to do Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Charlie Kaufman, who did Adaptation, and they're still trying. I don't know. It's Hollywood. It's like a check shows up in the mail from time to time, and I cash it, and everything else they tell me is BS. So we'll see. Maybe one day.
Hopefully, yeah. So if you could have you had a thought about cast-wise? If you could cast it, have you had a thought about who you would like to see?
No, I'm the writer, so I'm like the the least important person in this process. Like, if we had a meeting for the television show, I'd be the guy they asked to go get the coffee.
So would you not be involved in screenwriting it? Or
No. They've got professionals for that. I just mess it up.
You can do it. So, is it horror? Is that's where your sort of passion lies for writing, or?
Well, I grew up here, actually, in Dulwich. And my dad would pack us all into the camper and drive us off for cultural things every weekend, because we were living in England, which is very cultural, I guess, according to him. And everything involved people getting murdered. This castle was where so-and-so was tortured and murdered. This one was... So I think from an early age, I just associated the world around me with a place full of dead people and other people paying money to go see where they were killed.
Okay. You've written a non-fiction, non-fiction
Yeah,
book
Paperbacks from Hell, which is about the whole paperback horror boom in the 70s and 80s. And in the UK, you guys had a huge boom with killer animals. For some reason, animals hate this country. There were all these horror paperbacks coming out of the Rats in '74. And so you've been attacked by caterpillars, moths, a band of evil rabbits, scorpions, caterpillars. I did actually in the book a huge map of the UK and all the animal attacks from these books, and it's dreadful. It's really terrible. I worry. I actually fear for my life when I'm here.
RSPCA aren't doing their job right then.
Well, I think they're doing it great. The animals are plenty protected. It's the people who are in trouble.
So you're here over next to Forbidden Planet, is that correct?
I think we're right across the hall.
Oh, we're over that way.
In the
Okay.
Quirk booth. And then tomorrow at 3 in the Silver Stage, I'm doing a live version of Paperbacks from Hell, which is like you don't even have to buy the book. I do the whole thing for free. I sing terrible songs. That's the price you have to pay. And we talk a lot about skeletons following their dreams and killer pigs attacking Wembley Stadium.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Is that in talks with Fox as well?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they can't. For some reason, there's no animal attack movies anymore. What happened?
Maybe we need to remedy that.
England's dirty little secret. Animals hate us, and we don't want to talk about it.
Sorry it's short but sweet.
That's my fault.
Thanks for coming along.
No, sure.
So you're over in Quark Books? did you
Quirk
say?
Books
Yeah.
right over there, hawking my wares like a dancing monkey. And then at 3 o'clock tomorrow on the Silver Stage, doing Paperbacks from Hell live.
Great stuff. Well, thank you very
Cool.
much,
Thanks for
Grady
having me.
Hendricks. Thanks very much. Okay. What's that? 2 minutes. We're going to be back in 2 minutes to the giveaway that we talked about. So there was 3 bags that you can carry all your merch that you've bought this weekend in one. So we've got a Flash, we've got a Supergirl, and we've got an Arrow bag. They're courtesy of Warner Brothers in DC, just there. If you get a chance to find a time where you can go and race the Batmobile around as well, that would be great. But we have to talk about Pokémon. Who's a fan of Pokémon? I said, who's a fan of Pokémon? Yeah, so Pokémon turns 20 this year, and they've re-envisioned the original series in a movie. This is the trailer for Pokemon the movie I Choose You.
Of the 4 young ones starting out on their journeys today. Being a second late for a train or even a Pokémon can be life-changing.
Does that mean I go on my journey without a Pokémon?
Well, there is another. This Pokémon is called Pikachu.
Hi, Pikachu. My name's Ash Ketchum. You and I are gonna be best friends. What's that? Oh. Pikachu, someday we'll both meet that Pokémon. Pikachu!
The legend says the rainbow wing will guide you.
We've got to get moving and find Ho-Oh! You want to come along with us?
You're too soft. Remember, might makes right, and that's it.
Let's go, Pikachu! What's way out there? You never know until you go there. And as long as my buddy's with me, I can go anywhere.
Somebody over there getting emotional. She's like, it takes me back. That part, who can remember in the series that part with the Spearows and Pikachu?
Hello.
That sort of defining moment when they go, yeah, we're going to be friends now. I'm going to help you. I don't want you to die right now. I
Make
can't
us
wait to
feel
see it.
Old Marcus.
Sorry. It's just amazing, though. 5th and 6th of November in cinemas, if you want to go and see that.
Is anyone going to go see it?
Everybody's going to be waiting outside as well as they're playing Pokemon Go before they go in.
Has anyone got a full Pokédex yet?
Well, they've just brought out, well, getting ready to launch the 3rd gen.
Guess what? Guess what?
I've got all the Halloween ones.
I've got all of them.
Yeah. Well, all to date. You're up to date.
I'm up to date.
Well done.
Gym battles, yes. I just thought I'd brag. You know. But no one wants
Good
to
for
hear
you.
me brag. I think they want something that rhymes with brag. What rhymes with brag, Marcus?
Swag.
Who wants swag? No, let's try that again. Who wants some free swag? And because we have Manu Bennett coming up in a second, let's try that again. We have Manu Bennett coming up in a second. Gentleman in the back there, John's going, yeah, come on! Bring on Deathstroke! Yes! Hi, John. You all right? Yeah. I don't know if he's called John, like, but you know. Yeah, so who wants to get one of these lovely, lovely DC bags? Now, who thinks I should get the Supergirl one because I love Supergirl? Oh, there's a few nice people.
Well,
I wish.
Can I just say, I think I've already found someone who deserves one of these bags.
Okay.
Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Can I just make an executive decision?
Uh-huh.
There's somebody 3 rows back dressed as Flash, a little lad over there.
Oh, well, in that case,
I
definitely.
can see him. He almost jumped out of his chair with excitement. I think he deserves the Flash bag. Do you want to come over and grab this?
come
grab
over.
it? How are you? You should be here by now. Take it.
Now, we
Day
haven't
off.
mentioned this,
Day off.
but in the bottom corner of the bag, you also get a badge. We've done a bit of a swap around, so we've managed to get some of the badges that match the person. So there you go, you've got a badge.
Oh, it's
and you've
actually a
got
backpack?
Yeah, you can wear it. It's they have them at a lot of con-cons. So there you go.
Give him a round of
let's hear it for
applause.
Flash. Now, you know what? Do we have a green arrow anywhere? You're
Somebody
more
from
red.
Green Arrow.
You're wearing green.
That's my day off. We got Black Canary over there.
You know what? Yeah, Black Canary. I think Black Canary, it's an arrow character. Well,
I see a few Superman T-shirts.
we've got Black Canary.
And he's Supergirl. That's quite close.
Don't worry, I've got something planned for you.
Oh, Ruth's like, I've got
There you
this.
go.
I'm
Right.
going to let CJ decide.
Is there a Supergirl anywhere?
We've got a Wonder Woman. We've got a Batwoman.
Well, I don't want to give this bag away, because what did I say as soon as I got this bag?
You wanted it.
I wanted it.
But
So
you're
I've
gonna
got
have
to
to
give
give it away.
it to someone deserving. Now, you know what? Because he's the only guy wearing something super, I hate to say it, Do I have to give him it? Do you think I should give him it?
Everyone's like, no,
Who
because
thinks
I
I
want
should get it?
I'm not going to say yes. Do you know what? I'll settle the argument. I'll take it.
Okay.
There you go, sorted. Noah, here you go.
I'll give it
Not
to
not
him.
for
Right.
you, to give it to somebody
Yeah,
else.
here we go. It's deserved. You're wearing something super, so there you go. Now, if you want your own DC bags...
Give them all a round of applause.
Yeah, a round of applause for the outfits. If you want your own DC bag, just to our right, your left, is the remote control
Got confused for a
Batmobile.
second there.
All right, they're left. Yep, just over there,
Over there.
underneath the giant Justice League banner. You can have a shot of the remote control Batmobile, and you can get given a goodie bag. But I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you get the fastest time, you get a big prize.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. They
We
seem
don't
to
get
be
to have a
recording
shot.
times and seeing who gets the best. Whether it's just for have the mantle of the fastest Batmobile driver. I don't know.
I'd probably crash it and break it, and all you see is flames and smoke going around.
But the guys over there will be able to tell you the proper details. So when you get a chance, head over, say hi, and find out if there's a slot free for you to have a go at the Batmobile.
Who's here tomorrow? So get there first thing tomorrow morning, because the times go up fast. I'm going to have a shot. You know what? This is annoying us. You go on that side.
Oh, sorry.
We do.
There
This
you
seems
go.
to be the thing now. We keep going on the wrong side.
We've got a little bit of time to wait for Manu.
Why don't we
So
give some more stuff?
We can give away some more stuff. I was going to have a quick chat about what we've got on display.
Go on then. Go on then.
So we've got loads of great things. We've got one of the WWE wrestling belts there. They're pretty cool. Seen a couple of people have purchased these this week and kind of realizing they're quite heavy. How am I going to get this home? But they're on sale there with some T-shirts and some caps. You can also play the new wrestling game, 2K18, on the PlayStation 4 there. I want this.
This is gorgeous.
This is actually a Bluetooth speaker. Life-size bust of
Eyes light up.
his head. We signed our souls away to be able to borrow that from
I had to
from
give away
Zavi.
my mobile number. They would not let me take it until they took all of my personal details. I'm now known as Frank Winklebottom, and I live in Essex, as you can tell from the accent.
Yeah. So that's Zavi there through there in the Marvel area.
I love these. Don't know if you spotted these, but we're very lucky that Funko are here. And there's a whole load of exclusives. You can get a Star Wars exclusive, a Batman. Does anyone like Batman? Who can do a good Batman impression? Who can do? Who thinks he can do a good Batman impression? I'll give you something free.
Everyone's saying, I'm not
Oh,
going to
straight away, free. He's like, yep, right. I thought you were Green Arrow. Day off.
Day
sir.
off. I can be whoever I want to be on my day off.
Okay, let's hear you back. This is up for a Mr. Bean here. There's a Mr. Bean. Are you ready? Do you want to record him? He's claim to fame, ladies and gentlemen. The Green Arrow Batman, Day Off Man. Let's hear it.
I'm Batman.
Let's try that again.
It's his day off.
I'm Batman.
So, wait there. It's your day off, yeah? Shouldn't it be?
I'm Bruce Wayne. I'm Bruce Wayne.
Good enough for me. There you go. There's a little,
Round of
little
applause.
something there. There you go.
Who else? We get another Batman
Does anyone else
impression.
fancy trying doing a Batman impression? You want to? Okay, right. I'll come down here. It better be
Just,
good.
just remember yes, that's it. He's learning well.
Okay, let's hear it.
Rachel!
I'm called CJ.
CJ!
Much better. There you go.
Where are they? Where is she?
Alfred! Alfred!
Anybody else want to have a quick go? Oh,
Flash.
come on back round then. It's hard to get through the crowd there.
For a Flash, he's very slow.
I said this already. Wait, let's have a listen.
I'm Batman.
Hey, good job. I nearly walked off without giving you Mr. Bean there. I was just going to give you a round of applause and all.
But he's the Flash.
It's fine.
But he's the Flash.
They're just taking turns being different parts.
I do love Joker and Harley here. I think they deserve a Mr. Bean. Because we're doing
Go on
DC
then.
stuff.
Shall I throw them?
Oh, that is... It might get caught in his hair and then they're
No,
lost
that's all
forever.
right. Here you go. There you are.
Anyone else in a DC outfit? Yes, come on. I've been mean to you, so...
We've got
Here you
Wonder
go.
Woman down here as well.
We'll get Wonder Woman one as well.
Here you go. There you are.
Who's excited for Manu Bennett? Who's not excited for Manu Bennett? Good! That's what I like to hear. And do you know what, guys? Is he not there? He is there. He's not there. He's just walked off. Manu? We scared him. I think we need to give Manu a huge cheer to get him here, don't you? On 3, 1, 2, 3. Should we start chanting his name? Manu, 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 Manu. Has it worked? Maybe we've scared him off. I am very daunting. I know I'm quite a big guy. Oh, I'm sorry, love. Was that funny? Look at the state. You're covered in blood. You know what I mean? These cosplayers, honestly. I've been in worse, trust me. Actually, I think you've seen the pictures. Yeah. Do you know, see that her there? You know what, I'm going to tell her off while we wait. See her there? Do you know what she did to me last night? She got a whole load of glitter and poured it. Have you ever noticed my hair's glistening every so often? I've washed 7 times and the glitter still won't come off. Don't get us wrong. You're not sorry. You're not sorry. Don't play with glitter, kids. Okay? Are you definitely excited for Manu coming on stage? I think we need to test this because we've got more people here, so let's find out. Who's a DC fan? Who's a Marvel fan? Do you know how funny it'd be if I said, right, DC on this side, Marvel on this, just how bad that would be? Let's try it one more time. DC! Marvel! Me! Boo!
CJ covered in glitter.
Why did you give her a mic?
They gave me a microphone.
I'll read.
Shut up.
Well, she's so... My friend, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you get for being
He says
nice.
friend is a very strong word.
I don't care. Would anyone be my friend? Flash, you're my new best mate. I'll give you whatever you want. All right, well, yeah. I'll hook you up, mate. We're sorted. How we doing? Is he there? Is he ran off? Have I scared him off? He'll be here in a minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your last opportunity to get to the buzz stage. We have Manu Bennett coming up on stage.
CJ, they want more beans.
Just want more beans. Woo! Who wants free stuff? What did I do? She's done a Manu. She's ran off. Okay, I'll get some more beans. Hands up if you want a bean. Deathstroke, you've already got one. Flash, have you got one? No? Are you sure? I don't believe you. Do you want one? There we go. I would go. This is what I mean. Last 3 that I'm going to give out right now. And then after Manu Bennett, I've got something amazing to give away. Because we had a guest here that you were unaware of. And I've got something from him to give you. Would you like a Mr. Bean? No, just because you're so good looking, I'm going to... I think I've pulled. Right, last Mr. Bean. You've got to work for it, people. You're not working it. That's just... Yeah! So glad I didn't do that, mate. Come on, I want to hear who wants this bean. Who wants the bean? Who wants the bean? Who wants the bean? Got a bean over here. Right, what will you offer us? 5p? 5p? Do I have 10p? 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 He's here now. Right, catch the bean. There we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for you to make a lot of noise. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and only Manu Bennett. I think we still need the chair, don't you?
I had to go to the bathroom. It was so funny. I walked up here and then I was like, oh, geez, I got to go to the bathroom. And then I started walking that way and he started the Manu chant and I was going, oh, they're not going to get me yet. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway.
But they're so excited to
things.
see you.
Hey, guys. Kia ora. Yeah, brother. Kia ora. Kia ora. Yeah. It's interesting to be back in London. Amazing city. Amazing down this end. Last night I went to a restaurant that was called The Gun. and it was where they made all the guns for the battleships back in the time of Nelson and the Battle of Trafalgar and stuff like that. Around here's got so much interesting history, you know, but they're building it up. Nice area.
Have you done much sightseeing while you're here, or have you just been kind of?
Well,
taking
no,
it
just
easy?
last night I wandered off down one of the wharves or whatever, you know, down along the waterway, and yeah, I just found this restaurant, and this whole area is so historically interesting, you know. It's just funny how, you know, now all the high rises are being built up here and everything, and the history is getting built upon, you know. But it's yeah, interesting area.
Yeah. So last time I spoke to you was in Scotland just a few months ago, and we couldn't really talk about Arrow or Shannara Chronicles because of they weren't out yet. So can you tease anything from the two shows? Because I know you've got a Deathstroke heavy episode coming up very soon, I believe. And what can we expect in the Shannara Chronicles as well?
Well, you know, the Deathstroke thing is interesting, you know, because you know, I spoke in the first series about having a son, and so you know, Mark Guggenheim wrote this new sort of angle on the story, where basically Slade's coming back, the Mirakuru's worn off. He's kind of like back to being the guy that Oliver first met. And the two of them, you know, at the end of last season, or season 5, you know, Oliver's had to save his son, and Slade helped him do that. And the deal was that he would help me find my son. So season 6, episode 5 and 6, is about finding Joe, my son Joe, who's turned into an interesting character. And, you know, if you're a father out there and you know the sort of concerns you have to have for your children, yeah, it's sort of like that, you know. And when you take that sort of spin on Slade, you get a whole new angle, because, you know, Oliver's not his son. He's just a young guy that he met on an island, and that relationship was one thing. But now it's sort of going back down to the heart of the matter for Slade, and, you know, it just makes for interesting drama, because, you know, the show is about sort of family in one way for Oliver Queen and all of his friends in Circle, and now it becomes kind of like a family story for Slade, and it was really well written, you know, and a young guy called Liam Hall, who's an Australian actor, he got to play, you know, Joe, and I think him and I really sort of, you know, we sort of met in a hotel room. You know, he came up and got introduced to me, and I was like, hey, kid, you know, welcome onto Arrow, you know, but he hadn't had a lot of experience. He'd been in Vancouver for 2 years just looking for an acting gig, you know, and then his first job out of the gates is playing Joe Wilson, son of Deathstroke, you know, which is a big call for a young actor stepping up to do their first role, you know, and all the pressure of getting onto set for your first time, filming in a big gig. And, you know, when I met him, I could see that nervousness. And him and I kind of sat down, and we started working on how we would relate to each other as actors. And so we used the Meisner technique, which is pretty much like you just stare into somebody's eyes and you sit there and you look for them. You keep on doing it again and again until you find that you're not talking to yourself anymore. Because as an actor, you tend to talk in your own head if you're uncomfortable. But the trick of acting is to be able to get into that moment with your fellow actor and really find the relationship, you know. So, you know, Liam and I went through this process for 2 days leading up to the gig, and you know, at the end, I think we really got it right. You know, we using that method, we got right what needed to happen between us, and yeah, it's an interesting 2 episodes. Who's a fan of Arrow? Okay, I think you're going to like it, you know. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, is it tough being, we'll come back to Shannara Chronicles in a second, but is it tough knowing that you're a guest star on the show and you've only got a number of episodes to try and get your portrayal of the character across? Is that tough? Do you feel like you have to work twice as hard as the regulars?
I never feel like a guest star, you know. If it's my role and I got the role, I'm going to play my role. I don't, you know, it's never bothered me to think like who's number one on the call sheet. And I think as any actor, you know, if you've got that sort of ambition out there to get out there and do your work, you know, just it's your role. It's your moment, you know. And I've always just considered whether it be Crixus or Razog or Alanon or Slade, you know, it's you just have to bring what you can bring to a role, you know. I've enjoyed working on television because you get the luxury of having time to develop characters. And I feel like in a film you have so little time to get through a character development. But and I think the reason why people are becoming so much more connected to TV series is because, one, the quality's gotten so much better. I mean, you can watch a television series and it's as good a quality as a film these days, very close. But you can watch it hours after hours after hours and invest in the characters, and so you have a relationship. You know, a movie's like a one-night stand. Like, how many times have you been to the movies and you walked out going like, that just didn't pay off? But, you know, if you choose a series that you're really into, you know, you can belong to it for years. You know, I have so many people come up to me and like they look at me and it's like that Meisner thing. They look at me and they look at me like they know me, and I have to realize, oh, right, because for 3 years they watched me as Crixus and they invested themselves in it. You know, and so I look at them and it's like we know each other. And I like that kind of responsiveness as an actor. You know, maybe movies are about being a superstar, but you know, being a TV actor and having that length of time to form a relationship with your audience, it's like you become a friend or you become something to them. You know, there's a little bit more meaningful.
Yeah. So quickly, just tease. What can we expect? I believe Shannara Chronicles is up to episode 4. What can you quickly tease for us?
Who watches Shannara Chronicles? Okay. Yes, reflective. You know, Al-Anon, have they revealed the Al-Anon scenario with Marith? If they haven't, then I might have just blown it. Anyway.
Spoilers, but we like spoilers. We can look forward to that.
There's a development of the relationships, and you know, I was really proud of everybody in Shannara Chronicles this year. We have an incredible crew, an incredible amount of artists. That show looks so rich in its visual quality, and I have to say that my fellow co-workers in production, you know, the people who do wardrobe and makeup and all of these jobs that make the scene look amazing, they've done such an incredible job. And you know, for Shannara, I think the biggest kudos has to go to production. You know, they've done such a good job. Unfortunately, we've been bounced around on a couple of networks who can't really decide what to do with our show, and that's kind of not been the best thing for the show. But you know, I think if the audiences that enjoy the books, Terry's books are fantastic. Terry's like an incredible writer. You know, then if they watch the show, they'll see how richly we've reinterpreted that world visually. Yeah.
Now, what I want to do is some fan questions, because usually they're very interesting. Now, the gentleman here, I said I wanted to use you for something because, first of all, you're wearing an awesome mask right now. So
that's my boy.
Would you like to come here a second? Come here.
Yeah,
So I did promise you something. Jump on the sofa here. Jump on the sofa here. Right, now, sit there. You're going to do my job. You be cheeky to me, you get jobs. Right, do you have a question for Manu?
Yeah.
Yeah, hit me with it. Are we going to break dance? This kid's got some moves.
If you were to pick between a lifetime supply of pizza or Mirakuru, what would you pick?
I don't know. Do they deliver Mirakuru? I want to see that guy that comes to your door and goes, we've got your Mirakuru and Coke. Here you go. Well, to be honest, kid, you know, the thing about Slade Wilson and Deathstroke, you know, is that he's a complex character that originally in the comic book series is kind of like ignited into his superpowers because of a test, a military test. You know, in the TV series, it became a little bit more of an evil arc. You know, and you know, I'm really glad that on the show that they managed to salvage Slade from this kind of storyline that went in a certain direction, because I think it started bringing it back to the Deathstroke Slade Wilson that the DC comic book lovers, you know, love from the comic books. You know, but is it ham and pineapple?
Hawaiian pizza, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I love the role that I do, and I know that you brought that mask along, and I hope that on episode 5 and 6, when you get to watch that, you'll see something of Slade and Deathstroke that'll help you appreciate the character more. But bro, I met you earlier. You're solid.
Thank you.
And you're a good dancer, kid.
And what was your name? What, sorry?
Bernice.
Bernice, let's hear a huge round of applause for Bernice there. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, how can I top that question? He's put us out of a job, but you know what? I think we need to have a huge round of applause for Manu Bennett. How awesome is he? Come on. Don't forget, you can find Manu just behind us on the stage doing autographs and photos. Please go check him out. As you can see, he's absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Manu Bennett. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere because we have our next guest coming up. You may have heard of him. Let me finish. Iron Man. All right, mate. I told you the meter's in the car park. Honestly. I'd keep an eye out because you might see a few of them. Now, no one cares about Iron Man. We care about one person coming up right now, don't we? It's going to be Anthony Mackie. Well, if you go on like that, he's not going to come, is he? Anthony Mackie! And you know what? In about 1 minute, 2 minutes, maybe 3, but in about 2 minutes, I'm going to give you some awesome opportunities to win some prizes. Woo! It's free! And you know what? You've got to convince me you want this. So I want to hear you start chanting Marvel. Do you think you can do that? And I'll give you some really cool gifts. Yeah? Right, so on 3, I want to hear Marvel chanted. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that actually worked. 2 minutes, guys. We're going to give you away some cool stuff. And we have the one and only Anthony Mackie coming on stage. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, I promised you from free stuff, didn't I? Try that again. Did I promise you from free stuff? Who's pumped for Anthony Mackie? Not as much as me. Right. Has anyone seen Deadpool before? Now, who does Deadpool look for? Right. Come here a second. She's first. You may not have been aware, but the actor, Ed Scrim, was actually here, who plays Francis. And because you shouted out straight, come with me. I don't bite often. Now, what I have, because you shouted out straight away, I actually have a signed Deadpool picture from Francis himself. Okay, there you go. Thank you very much. Enjoy that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, and I want to hear this loud, and I mean loud. Are you ready? I want you to chant Marvel. Are you ready? What? Throw down. Okay, you ready? I want you to start chanting Marvel on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Mackie! I think he's there. He's not there. I thought he said he's there. Wait 2 seconds. He's not. You know what? Because while we're waiting, I feel bad now. Did I get you all excited? Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate me right now? So you don't want more free stuff? Yeah. Do you like me now? Yeah. Just give me a thumbs up when he's here, all right? Right. Zavi were very nice. And they said I could have this, but I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Oh. Come on, London. I have an awesome Spider-Man print here. Now, do we have a Spider-Man in the audience somewhere? You're wearing a Superman top. Me? Do we have, Spidey, come here, Spidey. Credit where credit is due. Right, now, you're not getting it easy. Come here. I'm not you need the mask on as well. If you want free stuff, you've got to earn it. Right. Now, I want to see. I'm half tempted to make him sit back down. Spidey, you've got to do your best Spider-Man web sling shot. Are you ready for this? I'm building this up. Are you ready for this? Show us what you got, Spidey. Do you think he deserves it? But was mine? You don't care, do you? Well done. There we go. Thank you. Give me a round of applause there. Woo! I need to sit down. Are we excited? Are we excited? I need to sit down. I'm not excited. Do you want to see Anthony Mackie? I'm not convinced. Do you want to see Anthony Mackie? Are you big fans of Marvel? Who's not going to have a voice in the morning? Oh, I'm so sorry for you guys if you have sore throats. I really am. Now, you know what? I'm going to give you a bit of a hint. We have something very special to give away during the talk today as well. And it is something related to Anthony Mackie as well. And we got this sorted. Why are you pointing at her? She's not Anthony Mackie. No, it doesn't work like that. We might give her an opportunity to win it. I'm just going to give it out. It is replica jetpack. No, it's not replica jetpack wings. Is it red wings? No. What do people think I might be giving away? A sign for. Did you look what I put behind the chair? No, I don't know where I've put it. Oh, there it is. Who would actually like to win this? No. Are you sure you want to try and win this? Would you like to be given it by the man himself? Nah. Let's just go there. Instead, who wants a Mr. Bean? I've never seen someone smile so... Can you catch, though? Can you catch? Here we go. There we go. There's a Would anyone else like a Mr. Bean while we're waiting? I'm not meant to be giving all these away now, but you know what? Pfft. They'll just sack us in the morning. Here we go. Who else wants a Mr. Bean? Oh, he's here now. Right. You know what? I'll give them out afterwards. But right now, I want to hear you try and get Anthony Mackie on stage. So I want to hear you chant Falcon on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, guess who it is? It's Anthony Mackie. Take a seat, my friend.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello there. Hello. Hello. Oh, what's up, dude?
Thank you for joining us again.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me again.
Well, how could we say no Anthony Mackie? Come on.
Thank you, guys.
How are you doing today? How's your day been?
The day's been great. Everybody's been polite. We've had fun. We've made fun of Tom Holland, so it's been good. It's been a good day.
I'm sorry.
Hey, man, you know.
He's not as good as you. He's not as good as you.
Is that a Spider-Man speaker?
It is a Spider-Man speaker.
All right, let's do it.
So, yesterday when we had you on the stage, you were talking about how you had a good relationship with Chris Evans. Is that the same with all of the cast on set? Do you feel like a family? What's it like working with all of them?
No, it's a lot of fun. We all have a great relationship. It's as much fun as I make of Tom Holland. He's a good friend. You know, we make so much fun of each other because we like each other so much. And that's kind of how the whole Marvel universe is. We show up. We know how lucky we are to be in these movies. We've all had movies that have failed. So to be in movies that are successful, we enjoy it and appreciate it. So it's just a good time after a good time.
Do you hang out with any of them after filming?
No. No, we hang out. I mean, it's always cool, you know, when we get together and, you know, we watch games, sport. Well, we call it American football. You guys don't watch it, but we, you know, we go out, we have dinner together, we have a good time. We're all friends, so it's like high school, just with a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds.
So, it seems like you have a lot of fun on set, have you said? Is there any sort of memorable moments from filming that just seem to stick in your mind that you always laugh about?
Yeah, a lot of them. I mean, you know, everyone, yeah, a lot of them. A lot of them.
Oh, well, there you go, there's the answer.
Tons of moments.
Now, has anyone ever seen the bloopers for the Avengers? Yeah. Now, I've got to ask you a question. What is this cash the check all about?
Cash the check. It's cut the check.
Cut the check, sorry.
Yes. And basically, it's something I've always said. It's like, if I do a good job, pay me. You're not paying me just to come on set and hang out. You're paying me to do a good job. So when I give you a take that's going to be in the movie, cut the check. I did my job. So it just became a thing. Like, I started yelling it at the Russos, and then it became an obnoxious thing.
So how many checks do they owe you right now?
They owe me a lot of checks, dude. They are way backed up on their checks.
Now, what I'd like to do very quickly, I want to take the opportunity to give one of your signed Funko Pops away, if you'd like to help me out very quickly. So I have this here, signed by yourself. I want 2 people to come up and do their best cut the check impression. And you know what? Let's have a look. 2 girls here. Come here.
Wow, that was good.
If you come up on stage here, seeing you all got lovely...
It's good
stand
to
in
see
the
you
middle
again.
here.
You have to come over here.
Right. Could you hold that?
And this guy right here in the gray sweater. You. Come here, kid.
Come on.
Come here. What are you doing? Come here. There you go, that a boy.
Jump on. Okay.
That was fast.
Now, what we want to hear is your
He's focused. Look how focused he is.
He's
He's so focused.
I want to hear your best Anthony Mackie impression saying, cut the check. You got to earn the check, okay? This is your payday right there.
Payday.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
autographed. That's
So-
straight up eBay material right there.
Please don't sell it on eBay. Now, are you ready to do cut the check? Are you ready, girls? Are you ready? So what's your name?
Louis.
Louis, let's hear your best. Cut the check.
Cut the check.
Nice.
That was
round of
pretty
applause.
gangster. That was pretty gangster.
Right, and what's your name?
Hattie.
Hattie. Right, Hattie, let's hear your best. Cut the check.
Good shit.
That was so good.
That was
So
good. She's very aggressive.
And what's your name?
Ophelia.
Ophelia, let's hear your best. Cut the check.
Cut the check.
Oh, there was a lot of heart in that. That was a
is
lot of heart.
But I think it's unfair asking you to pick a
Yeah,
favorite.
thank you. I'm out of it.
I think we'll have the audience choose right now, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They will get something else later on off me. Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. So, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. That was close, but I think number 2 may have had it there.
Number two, very good.
But you know what, guys? Why don't you give Anthony Mackie a big high five, and we'll get you your pop as well.
Ophelia. Hattie. What's your name? Louis, my man, Louis.
Well done. Round of applause for them, and of course your prize.
Congratulations, Hattie.
Right.
Straight to eBay. Straight to eBay. She's on her mom's cell phone right now.
Cut the check. That's what you search on eBay. Yeah. Right, yesterday, when I was talking to you on the stage, you seem to have a very, very good knowledge of comic books.
Oh, I'm the worst comic book person in the history of the world.
Now, is there any sort of comic books you've enjoyed reading? Is there anything that has stood out? What really got you motivated to read comic books? What made you want to keep reading?
I'm serious. I've never been a comic.
Never been one?
I don't. When I got cast in this role, I bought all of the Falcon comic books. Like I went to this comic store and I was like, give me everything the Falcon's been in. And this dude sold me a box of comic books. And I read a bunch of them, and then I got bored and I stopped reading them. True story, true story. I got bored.
Oh, well, because yesterday I promised to take you shopping.
Oh, here we go.
And I haven't.
You haven't.
He's been a busy guy. So we have decided to get you a few presents. Now, first of all, because you've come a long way, no doubt you'll be hungry.
Do you have a neck pillow for the airplane?
I've got you lots of cakes.
Oh.
So there's some cakes for you there as well.
Thank you so much.
And obviously it is a long flight, and you've just said how much you enjoy reading comic books.
I read them all the time. I read them like twice a day.
Well, I'm so glad you do.
Literally 2 comic books a day.
So
ask me any comic book question.
So here is a comic book there with Falcon and Captain America.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I was going to sign it for you, but I don't think it'd be worth as much on eBay.
I'm going to get Chris to sign it straight to eBay. Straight to eBay. Y'all look for this Friday, straight to eBay.
Cut the check. And of course, we've got your graphic novel with Falcon as Captain America as well. Round of applause, he deserves it for coming all the way here.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, I have one more surprise before you go.
Oh, here we are.
Now, before I give you your final surprise, I
Uh-oh.
thought I'd ask you one more question. And I know you can't talk much about spoilers because we've seen interviews with Thor and everything like that where the presenters are giving it away. But is there anything you can kind of tease, hint at what we can expect in the next Avengers film?
All of the Avengers are in the next Avengers film.
Nothing you can... How much do we see? Do we see?
You asked me for it. I mean, that's a spoiler.
Do we want more?
Hold on. Time out. You ask me for something, I give you something, then you decide that something isn't enough.
Maybe.
You're like the girlfriend no one wants. Be grateful with what I give you. Say, wow, thank you. This guy.
How can I argue? How can I argue?
This guy.
I give you cakes.
I'm saying. That was a huge... How many of you knew all the Avengers was going to be in the next... You didn't know. Stop. You didn't know.
Okay, then let's make it a bit easier. This is a new question. 5 words to describe the next Avengers film. It can be a sentence, or it could be just 5 individual words. And it can't be there are lots of Avengers.
Damn it. I was just counting that out.
I had to use fingers.
All right. Damn, that's too many.
Do it. Go
Five.
for it.
No. Five. A war of infinite proportions.
Whoa.
I said this, sir. I mean, this is my tagline. I'm putting this on a T-shirt. This line kills.
If I'd knew that, I would have got the T-shirt ready for you right now.
I'm putting it on a T-shirt.
Now, instead, because I know you're a very busy man, and I didn't want you to go away without a really nice photo, so what I've done is I've assembled a certain crew, and I've had them, because you spoilt it, I actually have assembled some Avengers for you to have a photo with to remember your time here at London with us.
Nice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, can we have the Avengers?
Wait. Please tell me there's a fat Iron Man. That's my favorite thing in the world. Is there a fat Iron Man?
Is there a fat Iron Man anywhere?
Is there a fat Spidey? I mean, I love fat superheroes. I love fat Avengers. No, that dude's not fat, though. That dude's not fat.
Love handles.
That dude's like normal.
Love handles.
I need a fat dude in a superhero suit, like Iron Man after a six-pack. That's what I'm looking for.
Should we welcome them on? I've picked the best of the best just for you. I've been arranging this for 3 weeks.
Whoa, look at that, look at that.
I've prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, the Avengers.
Oh, you even found Loki. That's good, that's good, that's good. Oh, he has the whole bow and arrow. Very nice, very nice.
We have more. Keep coming, guys. Here we go.
I like it. Oh, very good, very good.
An Iron Man as well. So, ladies and
Wow,
gentlemen,
you got a
if you
whole-
have mobile phones right now, this is your opportunity. We have the Avengers. I'm going to get out of the way, I promise.
I'm not in costume. This sucks.
Anthony, please get right in the center here. This is all about you.
I'm not in costume.
You don't need to be. It's your day off.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need a huge round of applause for the one and only Anthony Mackie. I'm not going to get a photo. We can do better than that. Come on. Got some video going on as well.
I like it. Thank you to you. Because of the success at the moment.
Sorry. Before you go, guys, we're going to get some video so everyone can watch it online as well. 2 seconds, Paul. Are you all right? Just to pause for the video as well, so we can have a video of it all as well, so you can watch it back and forward
It's
as well.
2017. You can like text this to yourself.
I can. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear it. I want to chant Falcon. Come on, Falcon. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Mackie!
Very nice. Watch out, this guy's gonna get you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you, man. Did you make that? Gangster.
Thanks for giving me
Thanks for the sugar, man.
No problem. I promised you something. I'm a man of my... Let's hear him for again. Come on. Anthony Mackie. Come on, one more time.
Why, some say the moon. Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are willing to postpone, and one we intend to win.
Well, what a day 2 of MCM London has been.
I'm knackered. Absolutely knackered, but it
What
was
a
worth
day.
every second.
We've had some fantastic guests on the stage. Such a buzz at the MYM Buzz stage.
We have been packed, absolutely packed, and everyone seems to have enjoyed it as well. Everyone's been taking lots of photos. If you took any photos, we want to see them on Twitter and on Facebook. Use the hashtag MDNLDN17. MCNLDN. It's been a long day.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Hashtag MCMLDN17.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tag at MCM Comic Con on Twitter as well.
Yeah, do that.
We want to see your photos. If you got Manu Bennett, Anthony Mackie, anybody, we want to see your favorite moments from the con today. Share them out.
Also, we're going to give away some more prizes, I think, tomorrow.
Yes, more
Should be pretty
prizes
cool.
to give away here live at the Buzz stage.
Some fantastic guests. We've got Red Dwarf guys later on in the afternoon.
Andrew Scott from Sherlock.
Yeah, we've got Bernard Cribbins.
From Doctor
Will
Who.
From Doctor Who.
And Colossus from Deadpool.
Yeah. So it's all happening. We'll be finding out about Deadpool 2 from him, hopefully, as well.
Fingers crossed.
Ooh.
We're going to try and get some details.
So, go on.
No, you go.
Go on. You go.
You go.
Here you go.
You know,
okay,
you go.
I'll go. Sit down. So join us from 10:30 here at MCM London. Bye.
Bye.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.